I am very sad and very ashamed
for my irresponsible and selfish behavior.
It's just completely unacceptable, and we are so sorry.
Today we're rounding up some of the most memorable public celeb apologies because you know what? In Hollywood, a single mistake can do some major damage. So naturally, with the help of their highly skilled PR teams, celebs attempt to do as much damage control as possible. Now before we run through some of the less authentic celeb apologies, let's take a look at one celeb who got it right. Wolf of Wall Street star Jonah Hill became the subject of headlines after this video leaked to the public.
You made a bet with Shannon, bro. Would you rather just give him 90 million or would you just leave him? You're such a cool guy, man.
Have a good day. Enjoy.
Suck my dick.
Oh, a real bully.
Don't get me wrong, that would annoy the out of me too, but is that an excuse for using that kind of language? No. Jonah definitely didn't think so either. He's now publicly apologized not once, but twice about the incident. First on air to Howard Stern, and then on The Tonight Show with Jimmy Fallon.
I wanted to hurt him back, and I said the most hurtful word that I could think of at that moment. My heart's broken, and I genuinely am deeply sorry to anyone who's ever been affected by that term in their life.
Well said, Jonah. And what makes this whole thing even more unexpected is that Jonah Hill has been a huge supporter of gay rights in the LGBT community. But now that all is said and done, we have to say that Jonah does seem genuinely sorry. Keyword, genuinely, and we truly believe he learned from this momentary lapse in judgment. But now we are counting down the 9 celebs who tried to make things right but just came up short. First up, we've got one of our favorite leading ladies, Miss Reese Witherspoon. Me! We could hardly believe it when news broke out that our beloved Elle Woods had been arrested for disorderly conduct while her husband simultaneously was being booked for a DUI. But alas, it did happen.
Arrest me?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you kidding me?
No, I told you.
I'm an American citizen.
So what prompted this crazy episode?
We had 1 too many glasses of wine. We thought we were fine to drive, and we absolutely were not. And it's just completely unacceptable, and we are so sorry and embarrassed, and we know better.
Not an awful apology, I guess, but to be honest, we're not even sure that she understands why she did and said the things that she did. Then there was Julianne Hough, who offended pretty much everyone when she decided to bring back blackface for her Orange is the New Black Halloween costume this year. Honest mistake, right? Well, after the backlash began, she did what any morally sound and compassionate adult does. She tweeted about it. And who could forget Christian Bale and his totally mild, completely understandable mini freak out on the set of Terminator Salvation.
I want you off the set, you prick! No, don't just be sorry. Think for 1 second. The are you doing?
But once the dust settled, even Mr. Bale gave in to the backlash and attempted to rectify the situation.
I have never tried to make any excuses for it. It was unacceptable, and I take it, it's my fault. That's it.
Oh, and then we have Tiger Woods, who, after cheating on his wife with multiple sluts, the women, released this public apology at a press conference where, conveniently, no questions were allowed. The power of PR.
I am deeply sorry for my irresponsible and selfish behavior I engaged in.
Okay, Tiger, we might feel bad for you if things like this didn't come out afterwards.
Can you please take your name off your phone? My wife went through my phone and maybe calling you. So if you can, please take your name off that.
Another apology in the romance department that basically nobody accepted was from the one and only Chris Brown.
Chris Brown is accused of assault and battery. Neither he nor his girlfriend, singer Rihanna, showed up at tonight's awards show.
Police took Rihanna straight to the hospital instead of waiting for an ambulance. She was allegedly beaten by her boyfriend, R&B singer Chris Brown.
The serious news here is that Chris Brown was booked by LA police and he's out on bail now.
Sure. It took Brown 7 months to speak out on the incident, and he eventually released this lame-ass public apology video.
Although I would do some interviews and answer some questions in the future, I felt it was time that you heard directly from me that I am sorry.
I don't care how many times he apologizes. After seeing those pictures of Rihanna, I'm not sure anyone can ever look at Chris the same way again. Next, we've got yet another romance hiccup. Who could forget the infamous Robson scandal when K-Stu was photographed getting all up close and personal with Snow White and the Huntsman director Rupert Sanders? Well, K-Stu's PR team wasted no time with this one. Only one day after the pictures hit the internet, the usually quiet actress released a very raw and public apology to not only Rob, but to all of her fans. Because this ongoing affair was totally just a momentary lapse in judgment, right? Because I'm sure she just fell onto Rupert Sanders' what? I said face. But we're not so sure everyone was totally satisfied with the apology.
Why? Why would you cheat on Robert Pattinson? What's the point of that? What do you stand to achieve by cheating on Robert Pattinson with f***ing Rupert, whatever is... Oh, I'm so not okay with this.
But enough about romance. Next, we have the time that Lorde dissed her now friend Taylor Swift, saying that Taylor's perfect image was unhealthy for young girls. And this is a bit odd just because the two are like total besties now, but she later gave a somewhat of an apology when she said, quote, "Taylor happens to be good looking, but I think she actually uses her other imperfections in an incredibly powerful and relatable way." Yeah, still no sign of a sorry for calling Selena Gomez an anti-feminist though. While we're on the topic of T Swift, this may be a bit dated, but I think we can all agree it was one of the worst apologies ever. Obviously, you guys remember Kanye's infamous T Swift interruption.
Yo, Taylor, I'm really happy for you. I'm gonna let you finish. But Beyonce had one of the best videos of all time.
This was definitely the moment that the whole world realized what a douchebag Kanye really was, except Kim Kardashian apparently. And to make himself look even better, it took him a quick 2 years to apologize.
I immediately knew in this situation that it was wrong and it wasn't a spectacle or just, it's actually someone's emotions, that I stepped on, and it was rude, period.
Okay, so maybe we would have thought that it was sincere if he hadn't done an interview with the New York Times 2 years after that and basically retracted the entire apology, claiming not only that he didn't regret stealing Taylor's thunder, but that the 2-year late apology was 1,000% pressured out of him. He then even referred to it as a backhanded apology. Seriously, Kanye, you make Justin Bieber look like an upstanding citizen, and that is a miraculous feat. Speaking of JB, it's finally time for the award for not only the worst apologizer of all time, but also the most frequent. Justin Bieber, the king of remorse, has issued not 1, not 2, but 3 apologies in just the last year. It's no secret the Biebs has been battling a number of legal struggles in the last 12 months, so we thought it was necessary to showcase his 3 best apologies. First, remember when he was super refined and peed in that bucket?
We swagger, man. This is just a better spot to pitch. Bro. We the wild kids. That's a cooler spot to pitch. You'll forever remember that.
Then proceeded to cuss at and deface a picture of former President Bill Clinton. #classy. Honest mistake, right? Well, apparently JB did attempt to remedy the situation by having a long chat with the insultee himself, Mr. Clinton. But of course, just apologizing to Bill wasn't enough. Justin obviously also had to tweet about it so that everyone would know just how sorry he was. Super believable, right? Then there was that little shrine incident. Although we really think this one was just an honest mistake. Naive little Biebs just thought that he was posing in front of a beautiful building in Japan, but after the photo hit Instagram, he found out he was very, very mistaken. Yeah, apparently the building he was admiring was actually a shrine built to honor 2.5 million Japanese soldiers, including war criminals. Whoops. In response, Bibi took to Twitter to say that he had no idea of the origin behind the shrine and professed his love for his Korean fans that he may have offended. But you know what? Those incidents were nothing compared to what has come out to haunt the Biebs now.
One less lonely nigga. One less lonely nigga.
Following the release of these videos, Justin released a statement that said, quote, "As a kid, I didn't understand the power of certain words and how they can hurt. I thought it was okay to repeat hurtful words and jokes." He then continued with, "I need to apologize again to all those I have offended. I'm very sorry." Well, Justin, can't say that we won't remember this in the future, but we're glad that you're stepping up and owning it, because obviously Justin wrote this himself, because you know, he's really, really well spoken.
I think that I was detrimental to my own career.
I think he meant to say instrumental, but same thing, right? Anyway, that about wraps it up for some of our favorite worst celeb apologies of all time. Any that we didn't include that stick out in your mind, because we know that there are a ton, so be sure to let us know your favorites in the comments section below, and maybe we'll make another video. But in the meantime, you should totally click right over here to see over 20 celebrity stage falls that will make you cringe. I'm Miriam Issa. Shoot me a tweet, and thanks for tuning in.